Anyway, I know you're all in bad humour, like, you can fucking see it, you know, and that's fair enough. I'm in a fucking bad humour myself now. And, but... maybe they could play the fucking set for me. Where's that coming from? Anyway, okay, isn't the world a terrible place, though?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every time you turn on the television, it's, you know, a disaster, you know, a tsunami, a famine has broken out, ooh, Ethiopia, you know, this is all you're hearing, and my brain is ready to explode. And I can tell you, when I see famine and death on the telly, I get angry! And I think, I didn't pay me licenses here to see this fucking shite. Of course, then I realise I don't have a fucking telly, and I'm in the pub, but still, you know what I mean, for fuck's sake. You know, ruining my Saturday night type thing, you know. But of course, I will say this, when it comes to our own famine, that's a very different thing. I mean, that was a terrible thing. Now, I know we've all had the crack about it, we have a laugh, you know, we often have the crack about the famine, you know, and all that, but no. It was an awful fucking thing. I mean, so much of our heritage and so many of our beautiful buildings and books were eaten during the famine. Anyway, this is a song I know some of you know well, and it's one written, it was found in an old lunchbox actually, back in the famine days. It's written through the eyes of a farmer as he looked out upon his field during those days. It's called The Potatoes Aren't Looking the Best. 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 Looks aren't everything, I guess. I was down in the village today, and I heard all this talk about shite. And if... Just ruined the fucking joke. And I heard all this talk about blight. And if what they are saying is true... Sort of gave that one away a bit, alright. Oh no, I'll go into a verse, sorry. Oh, me name it is Dermot O'Flynn. To me neighbours I'm known as Old Flinner. Each day I stare at the grass and the clay and say, Ma, is that all that's for dinner? The potatoes aren't looking the best. The potatoes aren't looking the best. The potatoes aren't looking the best. Looks aren't everything, I guess. If this curse were to end in the morn, and the spuds grew unfeasibly big, I would skip, I would dance, I would pee in my pants, and I'd eat like an ignorant pig. The potatoes aren't looking... No. Not looking too bad. The potatoes aren't looking too bad. Oh, no, hang on. They are. It's just that I was hallucinating. With all the grass and the clay that I've had. Here we go again, last time. The potatoes aren't looking the best. The potatoes aren't looking the best. The potatoes aren't looking the best. Looks aren't Thank you. Okay, now we're going to get the old rouse and the blood flowing or something flowing. And anyway, this is another song about Irish battles and all that type of thing, and about another one of those ones who got drunk and went out to fight the Brits. But sadly, this particular story is about a bunch who had run out of gardening tools. No weapons, obviously, but no gardening tools. They didn't even have nettles to fight the Brits with, because they'd been eaten during the famine. So, you know what's coming. All they left was saliva and whatever bit of green they could get from their soul to add into it. So it's a song called Spit at the Brits, of course. Now, what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to dress up as a particularly unlikable Brit, and I want you all to spit at me. Can we get some people up here, some good golly or spitter types, to come up near me to spit at me? Because we really need to start spitting. If we're going to fucking get rid of the IMF and the ECB and these wankers, you know, you wouldn't be expecting people to spit at them. So maybe Ollie Wren when he was a goalkeeper would, but you know, but I don't know. But can we get someone who's a good spitter? Hands up, anyone who's good at the spitting. No, I'm embarrassed to admit that. Come on, there must be a few spitters. Well, I tell you, it'll help now when I dress up here. Okay, I have to put a coat on me first, obviously, a raincoat for the spitting. Now, you might have to be told, but this is supposed to be a Simon Cowell mask. You know, and I have to say, fair play to you, you are not at home watching fucking X Factor, huh? How many X Factor fans have we got out there? I hope I get the answer that I want to hear about that. What the fuck are we doing watching the X Factor in Ireland and sending people over for the X Factor? We don't have the X Factor in Ireland. No real Irish people would have the X Factor. Am I right? Yeah! There is no X in the Irish language. Yeah! The fucking Brits brought over the X's. With their, oh, that's lovely, kissing on the cheek. We don't have a fucking X. And then they tried to get rid of Christ out of Christmas and stick in a fucking X. Anyway, I'm going to put on this mask. Can we get on some spitters? Have we got some spitters down there? Someone who'll get here and spit at me. Who wants to do it? Come on. Good man. And get the drink in first. That's the way. A real Irishman. Let me shake your hand. Throw them the love. Have we got any others? No, we want everybody spitting, actually, but will you do a bit of spitting? Nice one, Sham, yeah. Can we get some other shams? Bowsies we want up here. Have we got bowsies? Come on. Come on, you have a beard like a member of the Dubliners, surely. There's another real Irishman. Have we got, come on, there must be someone else who wants to spit. You wouldn't get spitting at a rugby match, that's why I'm not saying that in there to that sham. Come on, maybe a few Rover supporters. Ah, here we go. Have we any Rover supporters in tonight, actually? Can you hear me singing it there with the mask on me? I can hardly see a fucking thing. Can you hear me? Okay, so anybody, if you change your mind during the song and you want to sing "Spit at the Brits," you want to spit at the Brits, just come on up and spit away. You all should go together now. You better put the points down. Well, if you can get as far as the chorus. know it now. Ready? Dominic Fergal was our leader, a soldier of great note. And when he spoke of Ireland, our lumps came in our throats. Break up with the lump, he says, for they're out of bleeding rifles. If we're going to fight the British, we'll be doing it with saliva. So get ready. Now, do you want to do that bit for me? Loud! Let's give them a little bit of what they're owed. We split it the Brits. And we show them in the lovely sea. Fair play to the shams, they're right of the blow. We split it the Brits. We split it the Brits. And then they blew us off. So they will hide around the corner with the Brits come on the scene. And there we were in the beginning. Well, we went to fight the British as our mouths started to water, as we chewed our opal fruits and waited for the order. Are you ready, everybody, to do it? So get ready. Can you do that with me? Get ready. Load. Load. Let's give them a little bit of what they're owed. Irish people are usually late. No, like you wouldn't be English now, would you? Sorry. You know, okay, we try you. We said it the Brits. We show them in the lovely sea again. We spit at the Brits. We spit at the Brits. And then they blew us all. When the battle... Well, they sentenced us to death. But before they did the job, the firing squad insisted they put a blindfold on our gobs. So if ever you are in Temple Bar on any weekend night, and you see a shag and stag party shouting, "Smart, mate, alright!" Get ready! Load! Let's give them a little bit of what they're on. We spit at the Brits. Oh, now. And nice and late like a good Irishman speech. Do you know that's what used to drive the Brits fucking mad? They'd get a tip off. They'd get a tip off that the Irish were going to be attacking the thing. And of course the Irish would be about 2 hours late. They'd be in an awful fucking humour. And they'd be supposed to fire over our heads and they'd just kill us because they would such a pain in their fucking arse at the old night. Go on. He wouldn't have been impressed with that, of course, either. How would you feel if I wore a Louis Walsh one, of course? It would probably the same. We spit at the Brits, and then they blew us all to smithereens. And then they blew us all to smithereens. Let's have a big round of applause for the shams here.